it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back, friends, and thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support of the channel. Stand by while I get everything ready that I should have done before I hit record. All right, off we go. Tier 8 and Tier 7. I'm going to tell you what, I really like this tank, the T832. This is the tie-in with the Terminator deal. It's basically a T32. I think it's got a couple differences in the numbers, but not a whole bunch. Extremely accurate tank, and for this meta with the hold down action that we've had for years and years now, about as strong a tier 8 turret as you will find in this game. And when you're looking at a game like this where you've got 8s and 7s, you're in great shape, guys. In fact, if you look at their TDs in terms of pen, yeah, the Shrek can be a problem, G-Sword could possibly be a problem, but most of the things that are in this game are not even going to challenge or come close to challenging the T832's channel. Can't challenge its channel. Challenge its turret. There is a hatch on the top that is a somewhat weak spot. It's kind of small. It's highly angled in terms of being rounded, but it still can be penetrated, especially if you're looking down a little bit and flat plate it. So we're going to come over here. We're in the west spawn. That's what it is. On Berlindorf, Himmels Berlindorf. We're going to catch him crossing. Look at the accuracy on that, guys. Relatively low alpha at 320, so we're going to low roll that guy at 307, and then he's going to make another mistake here. We're going to pop another one right into the AMX 45. Now, he's just dueling the wrong guy right here, fellas. Absolutely dueling the wrong guy, and not me per se, but the tank. I'm going to just get right up underneath there where he's got relatively thin armor on the side. He just does not like that at all. And the game's going pretty well. We're going to talk a bit at the end about finding the last few people that are alive. Let's wait till we get there. I do get shot by the Type 62. That's a thing that you will have to watch for crossing this open area. I looked initially at the map and noticed that we kind of own the middle, but I didn't realize there was a couple light tanks down there. I get lit on fire. That is just unfortunate. He's got into my lower hull, and this thing will get pinned. The hull is okay, but obviously lower hulls that are flat plated as you're coming up and over and letting guys shoot right into it can cause you problems. So I lose a bunch of hit points right there. He takes off 800. It's as if I was hit by an Object 704 or an ISU 152K, or I think even the 152 has a 750 Alpha gun. And that is very unfortunate because it limits my options. And now I've also got to wait for my repair kit. Got another 60 seconds before I get my reload back. I wanted to help push the 53, but I didn't want to let him have another shot at me. I am now still a 2-shot. The Progetto's a problem because he can clip me out. The rest of them, G-Sword as well. The G-Sword can kill me twice, pretty much. So I do have to watch out for those guys. I'm going to come over here and see if we can pop this dude. Nope, did not hit him. Back out, didn't get lit. You can notice that he's outside the white circle. White and green circle are occluded on top of each other, so my view range and their ability to see me are the same. I will have burned through past that range. Tiger, a little bit worried about him. Again, this is a problem. So my ability to push and use my hit points is limited because I don't have them, right? I've lost the votes. So I'm kind of allowing my team to get out there and move around. I'm also limited by any kind of trading situation I get into. I'm ammo racked. So I have a really long reload. So I've got to wait till I get at least get my ammo rack fixed so I can get back into my ability to trade in terms of reloading the gun to an acceptable point for a heavy at tier 8. And again, I'm low on hit points. In fact, getting into a trading war with the Tiger 1 right now would be very, very bad. So we're going to head off this way. Now, notice that the south, and this is the main thing I wanted to talk about. I kind of wanted to show you the T832, but a lot of you know a bit about it. But I wanted to show you a situation that's starting to develop and how you're going to handle it, because it can be one of those things that loses games. We've lost the south. We've won the heavy side, but we're still tracking down the Tiger. And notice that we're starting to spread out looking for them, and we are still relatively even in terms of numbers, and they have some pretty good TDs. So I come around the middle, and I'm thinking I might push up. I'm like, man, that's not a good idea. Look how many tanks they have down there. Plus they have the Shrek. They got the G-Sword. Even the Super Hellcat's kind of a nasty bird down there, and they still have a Scout Type 62, which can lock down any of the approaches. So any kind of moves across the open right now are dumb. And really, the ravine helps me out, but it is sort of a move across the open there. There's no bushes or anything to stop them from seeing me. I'm going to move back over here so I can get a shot. G-SOAR, you can see they're starting to filter around behind us. I'm moving in, and then I stop them. No, no, no. This is not good. This is not a good idea. The guard or the Progetto seeing me from over there. Remember, the Progetto's got 4 shells, 3 or 4. He sees me and starts shooting, even at that range. A couple lucky ones, and I'm gone, or very close to it. So I back out of this, trying to stay out of their spotting range. We're going to spin around, and we're going to head back towards our 6 o'clock here, because as you notice, they've filtered through past our whatever this is, cap. Yeah, that's the thing. And so now we've got this thing that we talk a lot about on this channel. We got guys trying to cap when really the ability to cap, the conditions have not been set. They have too many guys over there, the Shrek, the guard, the Progetto. They still have the light tank, the Type 62. We're just not in a good position to do that. Watch this, he pens me. Oh, that hurt. There's some hit points I did not want to give up, and I didn't hit him. And our cap's threatened. So I've got to go back. I've got to mess with this cap. The immediate closest croc to the boat at this point is us getting capped out. They're just killing our morons on the cap. They're dying wholesale. That's exactly what happens 99.9% of the time in a situation like this. You're not going to be able to hold the cap. It just isn't going to happen, fellas. They have too many guns. Look at your mini-map and realize how many guys are around there. I'm going to take a chance here. Pop him and back out. Thank goodness he missed. But they were really focused on the 34-100, so I figured I had an opportunity to take this guy out. I'm like, oh, come on, be out where I can see you, but nope. All right, take a blind shot. Kind of waiting for them to show themselves, but they're not going to. I've also got some trees in the way. They might actually, based on where that tree is, be behind the tree and I won't see them. So I'm kind of trying to find them. I'm concerned, right? Because 2 of the worst tanks for me at the moment are the TVP and the G-SOAR, right? The TVP, the Shrek TVP, and the G-SOAR. Actually, that's the TVP VTU. Never mind, the Shrek's on the other side. So one of the worst tanks for me at the moment, the G-SOAR 1008, is over here. And now I'm switching into that late game mode of how do we track down, while I'm low hit points, how do we find where the rest of their team is? For the moment, we have a good idea. We think 2 of them are over on one side, 2 of them are over on my side, and the Type 62, which is really their wild card, is unknown, and that's a big danger. So we're going to keep on trying to find this. I see the Basante coming, so I'm like, all right, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I don't want to just go out and give them a free shot, but I will side scrape if I need to. Where are these guys? All right, there goes one. He's moving around a little bit. Yep, he is absolutely going after the Basante. The VTU puts another shot into me. A VTU, a tank that you would almost look at and go, well, he's no danger to a T832, has done a nice job, but we have cleaned up very nicely right there. That's actually great. But they still have the T62 and the Shrek. So we're going to look for the Shrek, see if we can get a shot on, or the T62. There we, oh, unlucky. Would have shut him down. We lose our G-SOAR. We lose our Tiger P. And now it's a 4v2. We have an advantage with the artillery. There's the Shrek. He's way over on the other side. And crapola. 7 minutes and 2 tanks that are going to be very difficult for this crew to find. We got a Basante, me, a Hellcat, and an M12. The M12 is a nice thing to have, especially if we find somebody cornered in a place we can't quite get to. You might be able to splash one of them out because they're both low hit points. But on this map, in our position, we're going to have a really hard time sneaking up on these 2. So what do you do? Well, first thing you do is don't turtle up and give up. Try to move from cover to cover. They don't have artillery, so I'm not too bothered if they know where I am, because that's going to help me kind of know where they are. So watch what happens here. We come over here. We're going to get lit. Like, all right, where are these guys? I was surprised I wasn't lit yet. Oh, okay. So finding guys that are hidden on maps when you don't see them. You're only using your 6th sense. Well, where could he be? Honestly, he could be over here, but I kind of doubt it. He was headed in this direction last I saw him. Now, he may have swung around and headed all the way over there. Maybe even the Shrek has pushed through, but I suspect, knowing what I know about light tanks and this map, that he has grabbed one of these bushes, fellas. More than likely not the 2 that are closer to me. He's probably back here in this ravine, so over on the eastern ravine, up in one of those bushes, and he saw me. And I would imagine actually he just popped into one of them based on the timing of the Sixth Sense. Because I got here, turned around, I did a couple things. I didn't get lit, and then I got lit a little bit later because my turret is going to be sticking up and over that stuff. So right now, my assumption is over here. It's a possibility he's over here somewhere with the Type 62's camo, but I really suspect that's where he is. So that's good information. Could be the Shrek in there as well. It's a possibility of the Shrek, but one of them has spotted me, obviously, and I think he's over there. And I don't want to get too up in here and get my turret sticking out where he can see me. So I'm going to move around. Yep, okay, one of them took a shot. Nice. Interestingly, he wasn't close enough to light me up. I bet what happened there is the Shrek shot from further back, and the Type 62 is the one keeping me lit. So now I'm watching what my friends are doing. I like that we're all together. That's very helpful. I'm really trying to side scrape and get some shots right here from these guys. Oh, look at that. This Super Hellcat goes in, and I was wrong. Isn't that interesting? He was even closer than I thought, and that was a huge mistake on his part right there. It may have been actually that's the best he could do. It was very interesting, though. So remember, he came across the front, and according to what I was looking at, of the bunker here. I shot him and bounced him, and he jumped into this ravine. So it looks like he never really had time or thought he could cross back over to the east side, and somehow he got into that bush without anybody seeing. Absolutely amazing. And check it out. There's the Shrek, the guy who took a stab at me earlier. So nice job with the Super Hellcat. That's one of the ways to do it. Notice, so recap, I move up with as much cover as I can, knowing the map, figuring where they might be, hoping that I would either see them would be great, or potentially get lit and say, all right, I have a better idea where these guys are. And then good on the Super Hellcat for just YOLOing in, because he found the Type 62 and we end up killing him. But now we got another problem. The Shrek. Oh! I wish I would have aimed a little bit better at that guy. I didn't notice at the time that he shot the Hellcat. I was so busy trying to get that shot. My assumption was he was about to shoot me, and I rushed the shot, so I had an opportunity there. If I was able to gather that SA a little bit better, I might have had a better aim shot and take him out. But so I'm going to use cover again. I know where he was just a moment ago. We're going to push on in here. Of course, I'm a one-shot. Now the Basante, to his credit, is moving across over there where the Shrek can't see him. So he's going to work, at least from what it looks like to me, the south part of the map, and I'm going to work across the middle part of the map. Where's the Shrek going to go? Well, I assume he's going to hang out over here by the cat. He could squirt, so to speak, out to the north and come around, and that might actually be his best plan. But my assumption is he'll be right here. I'm going to take a bit of a chance and push, because I really don't think he's sitting on the edge right there. He could be, but I don't think so. And we're going to come around this way. Remember that the longer they are unlit, the further away they can be. I generally tend to make the assumption that most TD players don't go very far. Some won't even move at all. Bad ones. I don't have XVM, so I'm not sure. This guy does have 4 kills, so I am respecting his gameplay to some extent. So that's a peek right there, fellas. We're going to poke with our turret. What do we want to know? Well, it'd be lovely to see him. That'd be good. Maybe the Basante gets a shot, or we know where he is. Or if I get lit, I can go ahead and let the Basante know that I'm lit. I got lit. I got lit. So I'm going to, I think I might actually type. Yeah, okay, I click. I think he's right there, dude. So I click there. I think he's right there. Somebody clicks around the corner there. The M12 does. So he may have actually seen something knocked over there. So 2 of us are taking our best guess on where we think that guy is. I'm going to peek again. Remember, this thing has a great turret, right? So this is a calculated risk. Interesting. Not lit. And the Basante's with me. All right. Nope, nope. He's not there. Very interesting. Let's push. I'm going for this next hard cover. I am exposing myself to some extent to if he is over here in these bushes. And that is a place that I'm assuming he might have gone. Back here along this edge in the southeast corner, there's numerous bushes and some hard cover in all these buildings where he might make his last stand. Somewhere probably from about F0 down to K0. That's what I'm looking at. There is the option of him to squeeze himself up to the north and come all the way around and cause us trouble, but we'll see. All right, and people are crying about us trying to get a draw, which, watch and learn, dudes. You got to do this carefully. Okay, I wasn't lit. I'm going to cross. Again, I'm taking another chance right here. Where is this guy? not lit still. Now I'm lit. All right, I just got more info right there. Just got more info. I am pretty certain he is not in the buildings because there really aren't any bushes in the buildings for him to spot me and not be seen, especially at this range. If I was further away, maybe if he had really good camo, but I'm pretty close. I'm assuming, based on being seen back here, that he is in these bushes somewhere. More than likely, he's in these bushes back here somewhere. Maybe in that little ravine that they've got. Maybe just sitting in a bush. I'm going to click again. There we go. Let's see how close I was. The Basante, to his credit, and I am watching him on the minimap, and this is part of the calculus here, he's moving around. The good news with the Basante is he can take a hit. I'll be closed out if I'm hit, unless he shoots HE for some weird reason. But the Basante can take 2. So he does have some hit points to give right there. We would rather he didn't. It would suck to have him lose hit points and not get a light on anything. So I'm going to peek up here. Did he see me? Did not see me. All right. Basante's moving in. We'll come up here. We'll support him if he shows up. Where is this guy? Is he going to light me? Didn't see him. Very interesting. Basante's moving in. There he is. He was further back. And the Basante blaps him on the move. A little bit lucky there, to be honest. I didn't quite get around the corner to get the shot. But we find that guy. A little bit of searching by fire / using the sixth sense to find a guy. And this is something that you can use mid to late game, especially close late games like this, where you're trying to track down some sneaky guys. Stealthy TDs or light tanks or a combination of those. Trying to peel those guys out of some of the defensive positions in the game can be extremely dangerous when you're doing it with things like heavies out there. So that was a nice little bit of teamwork between the three. Shout out to the Hellcat who sacrificed himself, Yaddle74. I'm just going to assume he did that on purpose, knowing that he had the heavies trying to help him out. He had some hit points to give. It's unfortunate he died, but killing that scout was absolutely massive. And then shout out to the Basante C45 Deviates, who did a really nice job coming around the other side of the map. We worked together, a couple people clicking where they thought the guy was. We were close in a couple cases on that, and in general, we found out where he was. We kind of had a good idea, and the more we moved and used the game mechanics, the better idea we had, and eventually we tracked the guy down exactly where we thought he would be, more or less, right? Which bush is the question du jour right there. So there you go. A little bit of information on how to work the late game. That is all I've got, guys. Let me know what you think down below. As I said earlier, thanks for your support. We will see ya.